What makes people buy? It's crazy to think that it could actually just be one thing, but in reality it is. It's just one thing that makes people buy. Now there may be several variables that get people to this one thing, but there really is just one thing. And really, it comes down to wants and needs, right? What do people spend money on? Is it stuff that they need or is this stuff that they want? Well, if you look at history, if you look at the patterns of buying behavior for most of your friends, maybe even yourself, your family members, chances are more people are buying what they want over what they need. So, for example, are all your friends going to the doctor as often as they probably should, to the dentist, to the chiropractor? Are they getting massages as often as they should? Are they buying and eating the healthiest versions of the food that they should? Are they buying books? Are they investing in their future education, life insurance, all the stuff that they should be doing, right? Are they really spending all the money they should on the stuff that they really need, according to what we know we need? Or are they spending more money on stuff that they want? For example, bigger TVs, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu accounts, cars that are more expensive than the ones that they actually needed because it made them feel good pulling up with that car. Maybe it's certain types of video games, consoles, or the video games that you go play with it. Is it fast food? Is it going out to eat to a certain place? Because that feels better than buying healthy or cooking or getting organic food, right? Clothes, all that stuff. If you think about it, guys, the patterns of buying behavior for most people is I will spend more money on things that are irrational over things that technically I should get. Now, why do I tell you that? Because I've heard people say something that I get where they're coming from, but I don't think it makes a lot of sense for fitness studio owners and people selling results when it comes to fitness, right? Which is prescribe-based selling. And the example I hear is, when you go to a doctor, the doctor doesn't tell you what he thinks you should do. He tells you what you need to do. So the doctor will say, you need to get this surgery. You need to do this. The dentist will say, you need to get this. You need to do this. And you just do it. And so they took that style and they said, that's what people should do in the fitness industry. They should say, hey, in order to lose your weight, you need to do this. Like, you got to do this. It's good for your health. But it doesn't work that way because deep down people don't really know, don't really believe they need to do it, right? So you got to sell what they want. Forget the need. I think the need in this world doesn't matter as much. They're here because of something they want more often than not. You may have some people that came in because a doctor prescribed to them that they need to start working out. That may be true, but that's not the common person, right? The common person comes in because they're unhappy with their body or their fitness, mentally, emotionally, physically, something's bothering them. There's a pain point there somewhere, and they don't want that anymore. So they're moving away from pain, and they want to go towards something, right? And so what do they ultimately want? Hey, so have you ever had a workout like this before? No, I haven't. Awesome. So if they say they have, you go, okay, great. When you did have workouts like that in the past, how did you look? How did you feel? I felt great. Awesome, great. Okay, great. Now go back. Have you had a workout like this before? No, we haven't. Okay, so considering the workout you had today versus the workouts you've done in the past, which one seems to be a little harder? This one. Okay, as far as the amount of time that you spend working out versus how much you actually got done, which one do you think was the more efficient workout? This one. Got it. So ultimately, if you want to not have to work out every single day for an hour every day, if you just want to get in really great shape, look your best, feel your best, you want to do it as fast as humanly possible, that's ultimately what you want to do, right? Yes. Okay, is there anything else that you want out of this? No. Perfect. Let's get you what you want, man. That sounds like a great goal. Ultimately, how would it make you feel if you were able to fit in those clothes you were talking about earlier? Great. Yeah. Well, tell me about it. How would it feel? I'd feel like this is this. So ultimately, just remember, stay away from what they need. And this came up because I heard a trainer pitching this, and he was like, you really need to do this. It's important. Get away from that. Wants are more important. Give them what they want, whether it's how they want to look, how they want to feel, how they want to act, what they want to weigh, whatever. Wants are what you really want to sell. So focus on that, and then on your side, think about how it's affecting your life. Are you buying things that you want over things that you need? Too many business owners are underspending on things that they need in their business, right? Are you getting the coaching? For example, you're watching this video. That's fantastic, right? You're watching this video because you appreciate the education. Now, this is free. If you got value out of this and this is free, what would you get if you paid for it, right? That's actually one of my coaches. I signed up for this one thing. It was like a free 3-video course. I thought it was really great. And then my mindset went, man, that was free. What would happen if I bought his thing, right? It was way better, way better. And so for me, I spent a lot of money in my business for things that I need in order to get what I want. And so for your business, really, really think about that. Are you just spending on stuff that you want? Are you avoiding the things that you need? What really helps you get there? Best way to look at it is, what kind of business do you want to have? What type of leader leads that business? What does that leader know? What do you know versus that leader, and what's the gap, and how do you learn this stuff? Where can you go get it as fast as possible, right? So if you're a fitness studio owner, you probably want to learn how to do all those things where, how do we market successfully as a fitness studio? How do we sell? How do we retain people? How do we manage our money? How do we hire? How do we find the right people? How do we manage them? How do we move them up the ladder, right, in growth here at the company? How do we open up a second location? All those things, right? If you can master those things, you would probably be really, really happy. You probably have everything you want, but you need to do these things in order to get what you want. So if you haven't checked out loudrumervt.com, go to loudrumervt.com. You'll be able to learn a lot more about it. It's Loudrumer Virtual Training. The entire goal is to learn exactly how to be the most successful fitness studio that you could possibly be. And you do that by learning from the most successful fitness studio owners all over the country, even some outside of the country, that come in and they contribute. They teach you how they sell in their studios, how they market, how they retain, how they hire, how they fire, how they do all that stuff. And a lot of the stuff that I talk to you about here on the show is actually little snippets from the stuff that's actually an LRVT. That's really the big stuff. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. It is great that you guys are doing this. This is at least first step, right? And make sure that you guys subscribe to the podcast, review it if you like it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, like it, comment, share it out, do all that stuff. Same thing with Facebook or all that. But what's the next level? And how can you get to the next level yourself as a business owner? Check out loudrumervt.com. I promise you'll like it. And mention that you saw it on the show. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, or YouTube. And to watch more episodes and get exclusive links from each episode, go to gsdshow.com.